Hi, Kia. Thank you for joining. It's really good to know about you. And let's get started with your story first. So, who was Kia before she means social? Give me a brief about it.
Yes, all right. Kia is it's very funny. Kia is not my actual name. It's
Oh,
a my social media name. Yes.
okay.
So many people do not know that. I am Nitushmita Burman from Assam. I so Kia is my first name on social media handle when I started back in 2016 on my influencer account because funny story, I didn't get the my real name as username without putting any numbers. So I had that so I could figured out okay, I need to bring a new name for myself. So I started with my influencer account Kiasmi back in 2016 when I was around 18 years old, I guess. No, 17, 16. And I was studying in university as a engineer.
Okay.
And that's where it all started. So even though I was doing my bachelor in technology, I was very much interested in events, cultural things. So I was leading a lot of events in my university. And at that time, blogging was a little bit part of that. So back in the time when I was in university, I had a little bit interest towards modeling. Okay, and
Mm.
I took part in a lot of pageants from my university.
Okay.
But my mother was not happy with that decision. I was very young, and she never asked me to not do something on my own, but that was the point where she literally came forward and says like, you are not doing this. And I have
Okay.
always been a very stubborn girl, and I found a alternate way that was blogging. Okay,
Okay.
and I was like, okay, if I'm not doing that, I want to do something that actually satisfies me, you know? So I started with my travel blog in 2018. The blog is not valid right now, but I started creating my blog around the Northeast travel and lifestyle as a student
Mhm.
living in university. And I started my Instagram. Back in that time, Instagram was not famous at all, and I got a few brand deals, and I was like, okay, let's keep doing it sideways. In 2018, I passed out from my university. I got a job in Pune, and that I felt like it was my way out to build something on my own, like build my life basically. So I came to Pune and started doing my corporate job 9 to 5.
Okay.
It was going well for
Mhm.
like 2.5 years. Then COVID hit, right? And when COVID hit, something like didn't work in my team where I was working, and I was also the youngest one. So they put me in a list of that people who are getting laid off next.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
And so I got that news from my team, and at that moment I was froze for 30 minutes. I was taking long deep breath because I knew that I'm gonna lose my job, and I felt like okay, maybe this is the final push to pursue something I really like. So I preparing for it. I started like, do I should I keep continuing content creation full time or what should
Mm.
I do? Then I have figured out a new skill on growing an Instagram account, and I created Shamin social account from zero
Okay.
followers, zero post in 2021. Okay, January
Mm.
2021. And since then, I had a 6 months of goal. Like I have to match my salary before I get laid off, you
Mhm.
know? So I took that advantage of that window, and within 6 months, I got my salary. Like I could match my income level with my corporate job. And before I got laid off, I put my
Mhm.
resignation. I was like, okay, I am gonna live with dignity. So here you go. Here's my resignation. I'm gonna do this full time. and I was still uncertain. You know how freelancing income can be very unstable,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
still, I took that brave decision. I was like, because I had nothing to lose. So I went all in for it. Came back to Pune with like 400 rupees in my bank account. And I started doing work like part time. At one point, I was handling 10 clients at 10,000, 12,000 rupees because living
Mm.
in a city is also a big expense. You have to like match. I had a certain lifestyle in my corporate job, so I had to match. You know how it works, right?
Mm. Mm.
So yes, since then I have been with Siemens Social. So it has been 6 years now, and I cannot be more grateful about the decision of leaving something I don't like and pursuing something I'm crazy about. That's how Saving Social was born.
And that's crazy. It looked like a roller coaster itself.
It is. It is
Mm.
like when so this was Kiya before Siemens Social, like figuring out my life in 20s. And I was one of those fortunate people who could figure out my career purpose during my 20s because I have seen many people do not, but I was fortunate enough that I could just follow it what I like.
Yeah, actually, absolutely. With as you mentioned that with 400 rupees in your account, when you came to pursue content creation as a full time after leaving like after dropping corporate, so what was your mindset? Like, many people, they get scared because they don't have money so much that they can leave the corporate and pursue their passion. In that case, how, like, what was certain directions you thought that I would follow these things after I come to Pune with just 400 rupees?
So when I first created Same Social, I
Mm.
started posting from day one. Okay, I was not one of those like who look for clients first and then post because I had experience with Instagram account with other account, so I knew Instagram can bring you people, bring you business, bring you leads and all. So my first paying client directly came from Instagram. So when I had 100 followers and she paid me, I knew that if I keep continuing this with consistency, it does work. I have seen in many other people who did that. So I was like, there was no reason I cannot do that if I go like full on. So that is why I just went full on. I did not stop myself. I was like, let me fall, let me get up again, let me try until and unless I figure out. So yeah, that was my mindset when I first started. That that burning urge to do something.
Mm.
Yeah, so where I started, I did not look for what if because there was no option for failing. If I fail here, what is the other option? Go back to corporate job that I didn't like, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I can totally relate because I myself, I am in corporate right now. It's been like a year I have been after I graduated. So yeah, like it's just similar kind of whatever you are thinking of right now to do it all. I can totally relate.
Right? Sometimes you just have to go on like you have nothing to lose. I know it's harsh, but that's the truth.
Yeah, yeah, true, 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 true. Oh, crazy, crazy, crazy. When did social media became more than just scrolling for you? Like, when did you figure out that this domain is for me only?
I am already, I am a very private person. So it still
Um,
surprises me that I'm in social media space as an entrepreneur. And so I always looked at social media not for my entertainment or personal time perspective. I always looked at this as like meeting new people, one thing, and knowing what other people are doing. For example, it is now so easy to meet a influencer living in UK from India. You can
mm,
just chat. So it works in social media. So uh, maybe like from day one itself, I wouldn't say day one, but I always had that, like, so if I'm building my social media, I want to make money from it. So I focused on monetization along with my growth part, because before Same Social, I have my influencer account named Kiasmi, where I used to take brand deals. So I always
Mm-hmm.
they'll have my Instagram account as my digital diary, you can say,
Mm-hmm.
where I can come back now also and look at my 2021 stories. I feel good about it, you know. So yeah, I always had this, like, I am not gonna just scroll. I still do not just doom scroll. I really don't like it how I feel after that. So I have my certain time set that if I'm scrolling, it's for an outcome. Example, I'm researching content, then I would scroll,
Mm-hmm.
not for time pass. I would rather listen to a podcast.
Getting it. So this social media,
So
like, how did this start for you? Like, did you had any inspiration, any kind of like idol, or like how did you come through social media? That interaction.
I did that. I did. So when I started Siemens Social, I had an idol. Her name is Roman Nouri from France, and she was an Instagram expert at that time. And she had like 20,000 followers, and she was my inspiration. I really liked the things she was doing at the time, and that's what motivated me to step on this journey. And funnily enough, she was my one-on-one business coach as well.
Oh.
I took a loan to work with her. I took a personal loan of 5 lakhs because it was expensive for an Indian, you know.
Uh-huh.
She was from UK, and she I took a loan of 5 lakhs, personal loan, so that I could learn what she has done. I knew this from the start. The easiest way to crack this code is by learning from someone who has already done it.
Mm.
Otherwise, it will take you like years and years to figure out. I'm still doing it because if I'm at level 5, then I'm learning from someone who is at level 10. At that time, I was at 0, so I learned from someone who was at level 5.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, she was one of my inspiration, and after that, a lot of inspirations kept coming as I kept growing. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's nice. A personal loan, that's like crazy. I mean, that's like no one would really take a such an like risk of having a personal loan first and for learning purpose right now. So yeah, that's
yeah,
great.
no, I did not think about it. I did not think about it at all. I did not overthink. I was like, I want to go for it. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give my best. And it did turn out good. Like, and maybe because I put my 100% as well along with her.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I thank her for something, she always used to come back to me, you did this, you know? So it was nice investment, I would say. And it was an investment on myself. I'm proud of that.
Obviously, like you
Yeah.
do a certain amount, you get 10x of it. That's how it works.
Right? Like you
Mm-hmm.
have to gamble on yourself. If you're not betting on yourself, then where do you bet, right?
True, true, true. Absolutely, absolutely. What was your first paid project? How was it?
Okay, my first paid project was with a lady from San Francisco, and she is originally from India. She was running a digital marketing agency at the time, and she approached me for like creating content for her agency as well as for her personal account. She sent me an email. Hey Kia, I'm looking for this. Would you be up for this? I found you on Instagram. Then I was like, at that time, I had no paid project at all. So I asked her, yeah, absolutely, I'd love to do it. And then she asked me, how much do I charge? I had no idea how much should I charge. So I went for like 3,000 rupees a month, which was definitely like a very easy money to spend for her, you know. So, but I get it. I had to build my own confidence. At that time, 3,000 rupees sounded like, yes, this is my worth at this moment. So, 30,000 rupees from that 3 months of contract. That was the moment, okay, people are actually looking for a social media manager from Instagram to grow their Instagram. Like, isn't that the,
Mm-hmm.
as simple as that? We spend so many time on refining the portfolio, sending cold DMs to like 100 people. But if you just walk the talk, like 50% things become super easy. So that's where I did. That's how I got my first client. That first client turned into three more, three clients turned into six more. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how it went.
So, your first client, like, does the follower count matter at that time when you got your first client?
No, are you asking me if my followers count matter at the time?
Yeah, like when you got your first paid project, what was your like total number of followers? If I would ask you.
Huh, 100, maybe less than
Oh,
100.
oh, that's
Yeah.
impressive. Huh?
It doesn't matter in a service-based industry. Now it's like a completely different scenario. Everyone is a content creator. But I would say, like, followers count still don't matter when you are a social media manager or freelancer because of many things. Yeah, I get it. Like, it gets easier when you have your own company to show as a proof. But when you are at the early stage, people understand that you are busy building someone else's brand. So you probably have not got time to build your own. They
Mm-hmm.
do understand it. So it did not matter at all. But what she looked at is my expertise that I was sharing on my platform. I was sharing a lot of like Instagram growth hacks, tips, strategies. So that's where she recognized me as someone who would be good for Instagram. So yeah, it didn't matter. Followers count didn't matter.
Okay. As per you, as per you, for getting the first paid project, what were the few things which you did which actually brought you your first paid project? You didn't do cold DM, but you got on your own. As in, people approached you.
First was excitement, yay. Then um, I, I was very happy, like because I am a very introvert person to pulpits. So
True.
I do not like pulpit saying. I did not like it since a very long time. Now I do sometimes. Now you have to, but now it also easier because I have proof to back me up. Back in that time, I did bits. I did bits to few people, never got a reply back. And so I was like, instead of pitching, maybe let them come to you. You know, Um, you focus on what you do the best, your content creation and your learn the platform. Oh my God, I love learning. I, I love learning. That was one of the things that really helped me to how should I say, be here in the industry. Actually, many freelancers just start and give up after 2 3 years. I have seen people who started with me did not continue their journey. You know,
Hmm.
so yeah,
Okay. Oh. Yeah, I believe like we need to have certain confidence in ourselves. Self belief is the most needed. And yeah, learning is like it keeps on going because you cannot be stagnant with certain thing because social media keeps changing every day. That's how it is. Absolutely.
it is. I started building a friend circle, you can say, on internet because when I started, I do think that community is one of the things that lacks here in this industry, and that is so important because you need people around you who hasn't given up yet. So I started talking to social media managers who was doing work from UK or US on Instagram itself. I did build a lot of good friends. I still have them, during my initial stage. And they would always, it was friendship, like they would always comment on my post, they would ask me something, I'll ask them something. So we exchanged our learnings, we have, so that's how I kept going in this industry, because I had this support system, you can say. It's not support system that um, like I got it from my family or my own friend circle, but I had to find them. I had to look for them,
Mm, I get it.
you know?
That's actually good to hear. I mean, yeah, friends, I mean, if you have the same mindsets, you get a better confidence to move on because you know that you have someone who can help you with when you don't know about it. Yeah, true. Okay,
That is
so,
true.
yeah. Okay, so let's talk about your feelings. Like, what were your feelings when you started, like the few months of just starting social media after leaving corporate?
Fuck! What did I do? It was like that. I was freaking out. you know?
uh,
Oh, yeah, it's a very mixed feeling. Um, First year was income uncertainty.
uh,
That stability, it took me a long time to build the stability in the like in my profession, and like have that monthly income keep coming to me. I think that's the biggest struggle in freelancing,
mhm,
and so what I felt during the initial few months, I knew that i did I did take my first step. Like I'm in the drama now. Like you did take your first step. Now you can't back off. Like
mhm,
going, there were so many things to learn. I only knew Instagram. That's it. But I had to learn so many things. So I somehow implemented my corporate knowledge into my industry, because with 3 years of experience, I had experience in working with global teams, people management, communication. So that I brought everything to my new profession as well. And that is how I kept refining. Yes, there were many points where I failed, countless nights with crying my heart out, Still,
mhm.
next morning you wake up and you feel like, yes, you are here for a reason. Let's keep doing.
Yeah, totally. You regret like what happened, and again the next day you're like, no, I have to do. I am here. We have to do this. Anyways, like that. Yeah, I totally get it. I mean,
That
for
is the
me,
thing.
yeah, true, true, true.
It compounds, you know?
True. I totally get it because right now I also like there are so much management for me also reaching out people then how like doing the edits doing the schedules then again having those whatsoever conversations happen settling them so all this and then my corporate job so everything is totally like it looks like sometimes it's like so much messed up how can I do will it work not work or there's so many questions at a time. That's true.
I get you. Everything will work out. Everything will work. You have to go through it. That's how it's built.
Yeah, true, true, true,
You
true.
know,
Yeah,
there is no that.
actually. Was there any insecurity when you started and you kept going? So, what, like any people who helped you out when you were at the low at the start itself, family, friends, or maybe Instagram community?
Yeah. The major insecurity I had was my mother tongue is Assamese. I am not fluent in either Hindi or English. So
Oh.
it was a primary struggle for me. And I didn't study in English medium school. I came from a village in Assam, and I had to learn this language to be in this industry. So I learned a little bit during my corporate, my university, but I still didn't have confidence. I wasn't confident enough to talk like this in English. So I was like, how will I create content? Because if I create Assamese content, that will not reach to the people I want to target. So
Mm.
I had to overcome this so much, and it came from like 1,000 pieces of content. And after that, I felt like, eventually, okay, I can do this, I can do this. But yeah, I got mocked so many times because of my accent, how I look, and everything. It's just regular. I wasn't stranger to this because I had an influencer account, so I knew it might came to me. But I kept practicing once at a time. Now I do create a lot of talking reels because there are so many things available, tech things available to do it. And yeah, it was one of my biggest struggle to show up and talk in a language that you do not understand or like you do not have a lot of experience in. But
Yeah.
yeah, and in terms of who supported me, um, I was my biggest cheerleader. That I would definitely give credit to myself. There were many times where I picked myself up and I just kept going. Other than that, my mother became very okay with this profession after she knew we had a talk. I didn't tell my family for 6 months after leaving corporate. It was I did not tell them because I was like, I need to make sure that I know first that I can do it
Yeah,
before I get any judgments, you know.
crazy. That's
And
crazy.
so when I
Mhm.
did tell them after 6 months, and my mother asked me, what if it is one of the things that you just want to do and you desire and you just leave it after 2 months because you don't want to do it? Then I told her that it's not desire, it's my dream. I'm gonna chase it until I feel like I am done. And then she's like, okay. So she gifted me a laptop during my birthday. And that's when I felt like, okay, I am not completely alone, I guess. So I had a good family who backed me up on this. And yeah, I had to explain many times what I do, how much I earn, like why am I doing this? Many,
Mm.
many, many times. But I was not shut down for choosing this like many Indian families do, you
Yeah.
know. And having like your parents or family to back
Mhm.
yourself up is a big thing
Mm.
because we are family girls. We Indian girls are very family oriented. So
Yeah.
it's a confidence booster. And then I had good friends who supported me throughout my journey, and definitely a lot of internet besties, you can say, who I looked at them every day, and I was like, okay, you are motivating me now, so let's do it. So yeah.
Yeah, true, true, true. I mean, yeah, that's crazy.
Mhm.
Like, whatsoever in an adventurous life I
Yes.
can find, I think you have done that already. I feel. That's crazy. Like,
Oh my God, girl, tell me about it.
yeah. Sorry?
Learned so much from them. Every single one of them. My God, one of the huge like contribution they have in my career.
Mhm.
I and also I kept continue learning with them.
So, my next question would be, what is that one particular failure which taught you the most of your journey?
Okay. Um, there are so many, but one thing would remember always was one of the project that I took back in 2023. Okay. It was one of my highest paying project so far. The client was international, so I started working on their company. I did that work for 1.5 years or 2 years almost. Okay, so I helped build that company from almost zero to 1 million sales, something like that. And I was very very satisfied. That was the first time I felt like I could bring results. I
Mhm.
felt like my what I learned since last 2 years this is it, this is it, so here, and I could show there. So the uh, the reason I am stating is as a failure. uh, it's also one of the project that learned it taught me the most. But the reason I'm setting it as a failure because I got settled with the income. I did not look for another client. I did not I was I went kind of went back to my corporate mindset. You are earning good amount monthly, stability, be happy with it. So that's what I did. I was earning like 2.5 or 7 lakhs a month from one client, and I was very happy with it. I got settled for it. Unless you realized that you are actually like how should I say it, diverting away from your goal.
Mm.
So everything was going well unless I decided after working for 2 years in that company that I want to create my own courses as well. Now I have learned how to grow an Instagram and all. Then the company came to me saying that I cannot do that because it goes against their confidentiality and all.
Mm.
Because the results I have brought that are owned by them, not me. So I
Mm.
cannot say that it was by me. And that's where I realized I took it as a job, thinking that I have that security, but it was all like, blur. Actually, it wasn't. I was restricting myself for doing more. So they sent me an NDA where it was mentioned that I can never create courses or any digital products for my own account.
Mm.
I cannot bill SIM in social basically. And at that
Mm.
time, it was my only source of income. Like I told you, I got settled. So I was like, went on a deep panic mode again. That was one of that moment I realized, okay, what the fuck I should do now. So I took one day, and after that, next day, I just left the job. I put my resignation letter, notice letter. I I'm gonna say no to this money because I know I have bigger purpose than this, and I do wanna teach my people in this
Mm.
country how to do it. So no, I'm not gonna stop myself just for few lakhs rupees. So I did leave the job and went to zero income again. So yeah, that was one of the, I would say, like, kick you I have got after 2 years in the industry where when you felt like you had just got settled, but you actually were not. So that is the point where I felt like instead of relying on building someone else's business, let's build something that no one else can take away from you. So yeah, I'm on that journey now.
Crazy, crazy. It's so good. Okay, so my next question would be like, has success changed you what you were before starting this? In what terms then?
Yeah, yeah. It did. It absolutely did. First, the way I look at work, I used to be very workaholic. I still am a workaholic person. I used to be like working hours should be 14 hours some days. But then I gained a lot of weight and I was not feeling very confident on myself. So I realized the other side of it. My relationships were not getting better. Relationships with my family members, with my friends, with my partners, everything was like falling apart because somehow I always had this in my mind that I have a goal, I should just keep going like a tunnel vision. Then I didn't realize that life is
Mm.
also going with it.
Okay.
So one of the proudest thing I have built so far is my working schedule. I only work for like 4 or 5 hours a day maximum now, and it is very like people still don't trust it because I'm a social media manager. But yeah, I worked hard enough to build this schedule so that I can live my life a little bit more, be present for my people in that terms. Yes, my the term definition of success change in terms of like it's not always money, it's the flexibility you have to love your people around you and just money is a tool that helps you do it, you know?
True, true, true.
So yeah.
That's actually good. Like, yeah, even I can't believe that you just work for 4 5 hours. I feel this interview itself would take 1 to 2 hours for you. Yeah,
Oh, that's okay. Let's see how much we can cover up. And if
yeah,
it's helping you even a little bit, I'm happy.
yeah. I mean, I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
Hey, you're welcome. These are the few things that I
Hmm.
never shared, I guess. So it's good for me to open up.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel I'm blessed to share this platform and have you on board for the same. About family. So, what did your parents think initially when you chose this path? Their ideas, thought process, and how did you tackle those as time passed?
This is why I did not tell them for 6 months. You know, you take time to figure out before you announce it to your family.
Okay.
And my father was not properly onboarded with it. I was a very smart kid growing up academically, so
Hmm.
he always had high hopes for me. Basically, something that UPSC officer or like uh, in that field. So he
Hmm.
always kept telling me that if you have this much of knowledge, why don't you apply for civil service examination and
Hmm.
all? And I was like, completely different field. Like,
Hmm.
I'm not interested in that. I feel like I have my different purpose in this world to contribute. So yeah, spend like 5 years convincing them that it's a good choice. Yeah, but at some point they probably have realized that I
Hmm.
am happier.
Hmm.
So stopped asking, But nowadays, my mother asks me sometimes, how is your course going? How are you making sales? I feel happy. I'm pretty sure she doesn't understand
Hmm.
any of this, but she still asks.
Yeah, I mean
So yeah.
that's like a proud moment for you as well.
Definitely, definitely. Definitely. One regret I would have is like I wish my father could see it, but I lost my father 1 year back, and I was
Mhm.
like, okay, but yeah, I'll keep doing it.
Yeah, I mean that's what like we are for them and they are for us. That's what we need. Absolutely.
Exactly the plan.
Go with some beginner roadmaps now. Like this is where I feel our viewers will get value of what they are looking for in this with your journey. Okay,
Mhm.
so if someone would start today, so what are those skills that they have to at first learn for being in Instagram as a content creator or as a social media manager? Anything.
Hmm. Okay. The first skill, I would say definitely content creation, even if you are a social media manager. That is our primary job, like primary task. And the best way to learn content creation is by doing it. It's not by taking a course, it's just by doing it. There are so many free resources available these days on YouTube, free courses. Just do it, learn from that, and do it, the content creation part. And then that is the primary skill, definitely. Then learn one platform is enough to start with, you know uh, because every social media platform has different strategies. So I always say this: instead of going wider, go deeper. So pick one platform, get known for it, and learn content creation. That's how I did it. I picked Instagram. I learned how to create content on Instagram, what works on Instagram, how to grow an account on Instagram. So if you can nail that, then yeah, you will be really good in this industry. Like be get known for specific platform, that you are an Instagram manager or you are a LinkedIn expert, whatever it is. So these are the only two skills you need: content creation and one platform.
Okay. So, as per you, what do you believe that the beginners waste the most of the time at the start is?
Yeah, I I have a lot of students now, and the major problem I do see now is like they are way too busy consuming content. Of course, the industry is overwhelming right now, overwhelming, I would say. But that's the point. Those people who you are watching content, they're doing it. They're not busy scrolling you. The only difference is that they're doing it, and you are just busy watching them. So this is where I feel like most beginners just waste a lot of time in like being ready, being prepared. But you can only be ready or feel prepared if you're doing it. Doing it in the sense, yeah, you might not know everything about Instagram. Just start posting, you know? You might not know how to do cool DMs. You might be sending a bad cool DM, but at least do it. The only way is like learn from the experience, you know. So I
Mhm.
guess that's the major mistake like many freelancers are doing right now, that getting confused and overwhelmed by a lot of content that are available on internet.
Over consuming it, basically.
Over consuming. Yeah.
True, true, true. Absolutely. Okay. So, right now, what we are seeing is few beginners who starts, for them that particular domain works and they are getting followers like crazy, like in a week, in a month, they are doing so well. And few beginners who again chose the same domain and have a good domain knowledge as well, have a confidence in themselves as well, but when they perform, their videos don't hit 100K, their videos don't hit views, engagement, or maybe good followers. And with that kind of demotivation, that for few it's working, for few it's not working, they get demotivated and stop. So what do you have a say on this particular thing? Because it's going right now really rapid. For some it's working, for some it's not. So they are getting demotivated with the same, basically comparing themselves.
Yes. This is another problem, and I have felt that by myself as well. I still do it sometimes, but the only difference is I know how to get myself back on track, and many people don't know how to do it. And when you come across all those accounts who have done like million followers with 100 posts, yes, it can be demotivating. I get it. But that's the point. Everyone has their own journey. You know, everyone learns things differently. Everyone does things differently. That doesn't mean that, you know, we should compare and just cry over not getting the enough popularity or similar popularity. So this is what I have realized after being in the industry for 6 years, that everyone has this thought. Every single person, even a person with million followers, feels like I'm not doing enough. I do feel like that I'm not doing enough. You probably do feel like that
Hmm.
you are not doing enough, right?
Hmm.
But that's just the feeling. That's just an emotion. Get yourself back on the track. Yeah, I most of the time I just like I always keep a diary with me because this is my plan. Like no other account is just taking away my focus from it. So just um, that's what I feel like. If you feel very overwhelming with your social media, with other social media posts, stop scrolling. Like that's the best way. Those posts like should have a purpose. If it's making you feel demotivated, then maybe you should stop. But if you're learning from it, and if you have just taken a note down, like then yeah, it's working. So yeah, I take the good parts of it instead of comparing. Like now, as a marketeer, I look at virality differently. I break down. I feel like if I see a content that has got 1 million followers, let's take example of this Kumar real person who went
Hmm.
viral with like 3 posts. And I was like, that's the fastest growing account on Instagram. And I was like, what did the person did differently? So that doesn't mean that I should also have like 1 million followers with 3 posts. It's like everyone has their own journey, you know?
Hmm. True, true, true. Yeah, like that was like a boom for everyone. Actually, yeah. So, okay, then what do you believe? Like, why does this happen? I mean, your opinion on this. For some, the same thing, but but differently, it happens. For some, the same thing, but it happens again differently. Is it any algorithm which actually works here?
The algorithm cares about that you stay with the platform. That's all it cares about. It doesn't care about your emotion. It doesn't care how you're feeling. All it cares about that you should stick to the platform. That's the motto. What our goal is: learn, implement, and build our business. So this is another reason why I have stopped doom scrolling.
Hmm.
The primary reason probably. But I have a few people whom I look up to. You know, I would always say make a list of few people you look up to. I only check their content. I have put them, marked them favorite in my Instagram. I
Hmm.
keep checking instead of like going to my explore feed and see like 15 viral reels altogether. I would just look up to their post and see, because these are the people in my journey who are ahead of me.
Hmm.
That way you can be on the track without losing the focus. Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, like defining and
if that
aligning
makes
your
sense.
thoughts is the most important thing.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, sometimes I wake up with another UCC video, another brand partnership video, and I was like, oh, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should create another course. But
Hmm.
doing more doesn't mean more. Like I said,
Hmm.
go deeper than wider. So just,
Yeah, true.
keep doing what you are doing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, this is actually a very good point to be taken note for. Yeah.
Just my 2 cents. How am I managing my habits?
No, actually, yeah. I mean, this is actually, it can cut off so many things and make focus much more better for everyone, actually. So, as per you, how long does it realistically take to earn 10,000 from Instagram? Be it a social media manager or be it a normal content creator who wants to showcase themselves. Any either of them. Or maybe to both of them if you can explain.
So, did you ask how long it takes?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Depends on how much experience you have in the industry. Okay.
Okay.
I would experience is also a vague term, but you should know how to get money first, how to earn money. We all know that Instagram doesn't pay for content.
Hmm.
So you should be selling something to make money from Instagram, right? And I would say I have made it within 30 days. I have made my first 10,000 rupees within 30 days back in 21.
Hmm.
Now it can take within 1 week also, within 1 month also. But if you are, but it also depends on how consistently you are doing it. But if you are just feeling like, okay, 1 month you are consistent, but you haven't earned anything, so you left it, it's not going to work. It's a process. You have to go through it. So, yes, it can take 1 week, it can take 30 days, it can take 3 months. Absolutely depend on how you are monetizing your Instagram.
So
Now, if you have questions around that, you can
yeah,
ask.
yeah, yeah. Like if there is a beginner who has no knowledge of social media and okay, now let's categorize again. They want to become a content creator. For them, how realistically it will take to have the 10,000 and the domain can be say storytelling example I'm just providing. So you as a social media manager, what do you think would need skills, what all posts can be done or what will be the mindset in order to grab that first 10,000 if we have a beginner who is completely new to this? As a social media manager, what would be
Mm.
your take on that?
So, I have seen, if you want to build your Instagram as a personal brand, first of all,
Mhm.
find topics where you do not get tired of speaking. Okay, if you have to if you feel tired of talking about something, or if you feel like not interested, that might not be the niche for you, you know. So first of all, that is your skill, that you are talking about your skill on social media, right? So if you, because as a personal brand you want to get earn money, and so you will be talking about one specific skill you have. But here's, I think many people do this mistake. Before even posting, they think about money or growth, like virality or growth. Money, there's something should be there, the end goal. I get it. But if you go from that point of view, I have seen like you will easily get demotivated.
Mhm.
So instead, what I have always been doing, it's okay if your one content fail, but share with a intention, or with an energy where you really want them to learn something from you. Like without any expectation. Don't expect that they will sign up to your newsletter, they will buy from you. Don't. You are just there in the platform sharing your 2 cents and maybe helping someone along the way. That is one, definitely one of the thing I would advise to beginners. Don't run after money or fame first. Just build your space. Look at this in a way. It's a whole new world. You are building your home brick by brick in the whole new world of social media. So will you just put a one brick and ask for someone to pay for the second brick? No, right? You keep building it brick by brick without any expectations first. So that's how everyone should go first. And when you do it from that intention, yes, other success terms, money, fame follows. You know,
Okay, yeah,
just you need to understand one basic thing, like what you are selling.
got it. So, any strategies to figure out at the start itself?
What you are selling
Yeah, like, yeah, maybe starting.
means,
Any strategies to start and like should be taken care when you are starting as an Instagram content creator at the start itself. So, like, they know that these things have to be taken care, like this particular thing, instead of going like very vague direction. I mean to say.
my journey today as a
Mhm.
social media manager, I would just first be prepared for 1 month to make a month of content. So I'll keep it very simple, that 1 month of content I'll prepare beforehand so that I can focus on just publishing those content pieces, and like monitoring how they work. That's all I would do first. And when it comes, you just need to learn what kind of content you should create when getting started. I'd always start with an introduction video. And then once you figure out your niche, go to the platform and search your needs and see what type of content that are already working well. And based on them, you can figure out, make a list of 30 content that have hit more than 1 million views. I do share this strategy to my team as well. And those are the 30 pieces of content that are working really well in your industry. So just recreate them in your own story with your own words and publish them. That would be my first strategy to start. And I will also make sure that I have a another landing page or a service page so that my traffic can go somewhere. Like, you
Okay.
know,
Hmm.
it, if you do not have a page where you are selling or where you are collecting money, even if you go viral, you that might not make you money. So you need to understand the link between traffic and sales when you are first starting as a content creator. So that means you should know how to make them click on that link. It's not about virality much, you know. Does it make sense?
Yeah, 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 yeah. More of like sharing it
Okay.
and saving it to make it more and like saving purpose and also selling purpose.
Yes, yes. Educate. I will always feel this. If you have noticed my content, you can see. Share knowledge with the content
Hmm.
and always have a clear CTA to direct them to the next step.
Correct, correct.
You
Mhm.
know?
Yeah,
That's the simple way.
yeah. Okay, I get it. Okay, so for social media managers who like right now they're beginners, social media managers they want to become, then what would be the first 1 or 2 months tip for them? Do they need to go through certain courses? Do they need to go through certain mentors, tools, anything as such, and then start parallelly the page, and what things to monitor on in the start, which you think you would have taken time because you had like initially started, but since they have a of a few, it will be easy for them to have these things kept in mind at the start.
Yeah. Mm, So for social media managers, before going for paid project, you need to go for beta project. I also have done it, you know. So what do I mean by beta project is that once you learn from a course, let's say, or a YouTube video, it's a very simple thing. Don't watch multiple videos. Just search on Google or Instagram how to become a social media manager in 2026. You will get some videos. I do have personally a free course where I teach my students step by step how to launch them within as a social media manager within 30 days. So just pick one course, and after that, second step is you go for mock projects. That means you help a business owners do certain limited help with limited scope, and in exchange for a testimonial or a feedback, you are not getting paid for that. Or you can always charge like 50% discounted fee if you are super confident on it, but I went for the free project. So I picked three business owners from Facebook, and I pitched them that if they would like to give me testimonial, if I help them in certain things about Instagram, they did it. So I those were my first testimonials. So I put them together in a portfolio so that I can actually showcase my work as a paid social media manager. So many people miss that first step where they need some projects to get paid projects, and they miss the internship or the mock projects part. So that should be one of the very few steps you take. And also, I would say do not delay creating your own Instagram page. Otherwise, think logically, like, how will you get your traffic or leads from? There are only three options. First, you go south in your market nearby that you do social media management. Second, paid ads. Third, organic content, which is the easiest organic content. So do not delay that. It will help you building your portfolio, also getting clients. So this would be my, you know, advice for any beginner social media managers.
Okay. So it's like step one to have free projects. So learning from YouTube, having some, not everything, but a very uh, unified courses. And then step two would be having free projects, approaching cold DMs in other social media pages like Facebook, Insta, etc. And then after getting those projects, having a confidence. And then step three would be having a portfolio and starting the Instagram page with content, and that's how you would land up into your first paid project, right?
Yes, that is true. That's how I did. I would also give like one insight, knowledge or tip that when you are first working in a few projects initially, it's better if you can do it or in under someone like a social media manager with a small team or an
Mhm.
agency maybe where people are already doing digital marketing, then you can learn better. Like for example, if you want to start social media manager as a social media manager, pitch to me first. You get my point. Pitch to me because I'm already doing it. I have my clients. That way you can learn from me. So many social media managers directly pitch their direct clients. Like for
Mhm.
example, let's say wellness, they would pitch them instead of going for social media managers, but actually we are the people who are hiring the next generation. So
Mhm.
this concept maybe they are probably not aware of it, but if they look at this video, I'll definitely say go for the people, like pitch for the people who can help you in any way in this industry. That's what I did with my first paying clients. He was an agency owner. So I learned a lot. And that also opens a door for another few clients
Mm-hmm.
because you are working with an agency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So, like this then gives
that
me one more question that when you had your first paid project, were you working under any mentor, any agency, and that's how you got guidance for your pre-projects?
no, I wasn't. I was an engineer, so I did not have any network in this industry. I I just talked to a lot of people. I talked on Facebook, I talked on Instagram, you know, just to understand. Just I showed up from the perspective of I really can help. And I was not very fussy about what kind of projects I'm taking. Like I wasn't fussy about my niche. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I really wanna get knowledge. I wanna learn. So I worked as a Facebook group manager, I worked as a graphic designer, ad creative designer. So I have like variety of knowledge in this industry. So that's how I would also advise people not to narrow down their needs when like contradictory advice, but I say it's important for you to understand where your expertise is because the field is very vast and you can only find your expertise when you are working with multiple different things.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And with this, then gets me one more question that what are those fields in social media industry? Because people are not aware of it. People think content creation is the only thing and managing a brand is the only thing in social media that can lead to money, fame, or their success or passion. So, what are those particular verticals that have a lot of opportunities but people are not aware of it?
Okay. Yes. So right now I do have like four income streams that I have built. So I initially started with freelancing. Okay. That is one of the monetization way that you are sharing services to someone. Okay. And when I say services, there are many things come under that. So I always kept a door open for custom projects. It's not always only social media management. Sometimes it's just carousel creation or reel editing, but keep your options open in that vertical. Okay. A little bit not on don't only limit yourself to retainer clients. Be open to some simple content audit as well, that I would say.
Mm.
Then second vertical comes another way of monetizing your Instagram or social media is UGC or brand partnership, which you know now is very popular. So with UGC, you do not need followers. With brand partnership, yes, your community or follower count matters. And I am currently doing brand partnership because I built my Instagram to this level. So last year, I unlocked this potential of earning money by endorsing a particular tool, let's say. I did not realize that building my Instagram 6 years back would lead me to unlocking a new income stream.
Mm.
So this is another reason why I advise people to build your social media as a SMM also, because to unlock multiple income stream. Then the next comes selling your expertise to your next generation, digital products, coaching, programs, anything that I have unlocked in 2023. So that is definitely highly scalable. Like
Mm.
100 rupees PDF can be sold like million times, can make you million.
Mm.
So definitely one. And the fourth is community. Now that is coming. Like inside Instagram, you have an inbuilt subscription feature if you want to use that. If not, like you can there are other tools like school graphy etc where you can build a community, that means, or even WhatsApp group, that means every member pays a particular amount
Mm.
every month to get or something from that group. So these are the four income streams that creator can build But here's the catch. I would say don't start with all four of them. I would always say this. It's so easy to get lost.
Mm.
So I keep stacking. I build freelancing, then I build like digital products, then brand partnership, then now I'm going to community.
Okay. It's like a
Does it
step-by-step
make
process.
sense? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Step-by-step process.
Yes, it is.
Got it, got it. Okay. Imagine I'm starting tomorrow with zero experience. Then what would be my what would be your thought of of guiding me on day 1, day 7, day 10, or day 30? These particular 4 days, if you had to guide me for as a social media manager.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I'll ask you your goals. Why did you choose this industry? What your expectation about your career? That's where I would start. And the second thing, once you say these things out loud, that yes, I want to earn this much from social media, then we have a goal. And when you have a goal, it's very easy to make the plan. So I always say this to my students: pick the financial goal first. Like day one, let's say this month, I want to earn 1 lakh rupees from my Instagram. So how do you want to do that? For 1 lakh, are you going to sign up like 4 clients at 20,000? That's one way, you know. So you need to find out 3 different ways, let's say, to meet that income, and then it becomes your plan. So on day 5, I'll build that plan for you once you get clarity with your what you want to do, right? So and then once we build that plan, that because now we have broken it down to simple step. Let's say now it's not like I want to earn 1 lakh. It's like I want to get only 4 clients at 20,000 rupees. That sounds doable, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get in your head, okay, getting 4 clients at 20,000 rupees, not that hard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So every week we will plan or aim to get 1 client at least. So that's how we will move to the 1 month, 1 lakh per month goal. Even if we don't meet it, you can come back to it and you can refine the process. What did you do to meet that goal? Where did you lag? Right?
Yeah.
So that's why next month when you keep doing this, it will be at least 10% better than what you have done this month.
True, true, true.
Yeah.
Mhm. So the first, like right
So
now, like having, as you mentioned, having 4 clients, then getting one of the client itself. Like if they have idea of one of the client, then how would that path be? Getting a client of 20,000, that goal, how that can be achieved?
that how that can be achieved. Okay, as you have got no experience, let's say your first thing you need to do is, what will you show if a client say, yeah, I'm open to give you the project?
Mm-hmm.
You will be blank because you have nothing to show. So first thing, you need to build your portfolio
Mm-hmm.
before you move to your clients. So the portfolio building is you can definitely search a lot of YouTube videos. I have talked about it so much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, without any experience also, you can build your portfolio. Just you need to prepare 30 days ahead, so that you can gather all those testimonials as I talked about. So build your portfolio ready, and also set up your appointment call. When you are a freelancer, you need to have a calendar where people can book a call with you, right? It's for example, when you approached me, you could have just sent me your booking link. Hey Kia, could you please book a call here?
Yeah.
Because that would be like according to my time, and you already have set up your time, so it gets very easy. That's what you need to do. Build a appointment link so that when the client comes and tell you, okay, I'm open to give you the project, you say, okay, here's my portfolio, and if you find that we're aligned, I'm sending my appointment link also. You can book a call with us.
Got it.
That's
Mm-hmm.
our goal as a freelancer. Once you get on the call, now that depends on your creative skill, how good you are at understanding a human behavior and like converting them on the call, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. what does your client onboarding look like if you have to do at once right now to have a client onboarded?
So my social media management workflows and systems are very simple. I keep it very simple, don't go overcomplicate it. So whenever I onboard a new client, first I send them an onboarding email. Okay. So onboarding email kind of looks like this, that will include a contract, invoice, and also an onboarding questionnaire. So invoice, I mostly take 50% upfront deposit and then 50% after the collaboration ends. That means at the end of the month. That is the step number one, onboarding email. So before you send out an onboarding email, so you need to create a contract and invoice. For contract, you can always create in a Microsoft document as a freelancer. There are so many templates available. I do have templates for contracts as well. Then you can use an online tool like Signature. So this document, this tool allows you to put your signature and also you can send it to your client. And once you've done that, you can use third-party CRM tools or like onboarding tools like Dubsado, but they come with a price. So, and also they only do have limitations on in terms of payment. Okay, so they mostly only accept Stripe, which is not available on India. That is why when you are an Indian freelancer, you mostly have to set up your onboarding system by yourself before going for any system, I would say. But it's completely doable with some Google's documents and sits. So you have your standard contract, that invoice, you can make it. I do prefer this platform, Skydo, for money. If you're taking money from international clients, okay? So this is one of the platform that is really good if you're an Indian freelancer working with international clients. This is where you can build your invoices for international clients. And if you are working with Indian clients, Razorpay is your easiest option to create the invoice.
Okay.
So that's the second step. And
Hmm.
once you have done the two things back end, now it's time for you to send the welcome email. So send an welcome email that includes a project timeline that breaks down the key milestone and deadlines. So for me, it looks like when we have started the onboarding, when I can expect first post is going live, all these things. Then an intake questionnaire form. This is so important. Intake questionnaire form is you basically put a list of questions in a form to pick your client's brain. Okay. And wait, I'll show you how it looks like. So these are the list of questions I mostly ask my clients so that I can understand their brands in and out. For
Okay.
example, where they are based in, any websites they have, and their mission, vision, values of their business, and then if they have any competitors, like keywords they look for, then their target audience or US, everything that you need as a marketeer from that client so that you can look at the brand as a marketeer point of view. So you are basically picking their brain with this questionnaire. Okay. And that is called intake questionnaire form. So I send it in the onboarding email itself. And once you
Hmm.
do that, you copy paste this email, all these project timelines, then intake questionnaire form. This can also be included if you are providing it. That means a workspace walkthrough.
Hmm.
Means we social media managers use project management tool also, right? If you are managing multiple clients, there is a dashboard or how should I say, workspace for you and your clients to work together. You can build it in Notion or you can build it in Trello. So all these tools you can, or you can completely skip it if you are very new to this. It's like an advance, and if you're doing it, you should also charge premium for this. Then the
Hmm.
fourth step comes as last pass setup or credential sharing. As a social media manager, you need the login details of your clients. So there are two ways to do that. One is LastPass is a tool. I'm not sure you have heard of it. It lets you share passwords without viewing it. So your clients can send you the password of their Instagram, but you cannot view it, but it will let you log in your account. So that way the privacy stays secure. And the other option is shared access inside Instagram. So there is an option inside Instagram. So you can give shared access of your own Instagram to someone else. That means my client can add me as a community manager or for inside the shared access part. So I write this email to them, like these are the things I need from you now to get started. So, and while your clients sign up the contract, make the payment, set up all this, everything you have asked for, you
Mm.
need to create I would work on the dashboard just to make things very clear, like content calendar, all these things. Like set it up before we move ahead and before I create anything. It's just the templates I do set it up. To create strategy, I need the onboarding questionnaire that I would send it to the client. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And there then comes the content ideas and brainstorm. Once I get everything I needed from the client, I will start creating, brainstorming some content ideas based on their competitors, based on the keywords they use, based on what their brand stands for, and what like content that are working in their industry in on social media right now. So I read basically everything. Then their brand guidelines also I ask if they have any. And yes, last option is asset library. So once you gather everything from your clients, I do create one drive folder so that we can start adding the contents, edited content as well as the raw content.
Mm.
So it kind of look like this. Let me just walk you through. So it kind of look like this. Let's open this folder, which we are currently working on. So I own the access to this folder. It's with my clients. So we have talking head videos, we have viral inspo folder, then video uploads by my client, and then photo uploads by my client. And this is where I work as a social media manager, edited content. I would put everything that is edited, stories and reels separated. And if we say yeah, so this is the asset library. This is our share drive folder. If she has a content to share, she will upload and we both have editing access.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yes, from there we start working. Like, it's a very simple process. First, let me summarize it. You send the contract invoice and in onboarding questionnaire once you get everything sorted out. Meanwhile, you build your templates, content calendar templates, client dashboard templates. And once you get the details, you start creating content strategy and the month can move ahead. Does
Mm.
it make sense?
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think that's, but actually, it opens a lot of things to
But yeah, if you
understand.
want to learn more about this,
Yes.
I I actually do have one. Wait, I do have a YouTube video on this. So
Okay.
you can probably take a look,
Yeah. Yeah.
explain all the steps.
Mm-hmm. I think yeah, that would help a lot actually.
Where? Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Oh yeah. I think I can go with my next question then. Yeah. So as you had talked about right now, as you had talked about your Notion workspace. So, okay, can you give us an idea of how that Notion workspace look like for a particular client when it has been onboarded? Maybe a sample one?
Share you a sample one. See, this is
Yeah.
my template library. If you
Okay.
don't know about this is where I put all my, it's also a product I am selling, but I have a Notion dashboard
Okay. Okay.
um, template that social media managers can directly copy paste actually.
Okay, okay, that's interesting. Okay,
So it looks like this.
there's okay.
First, client portal includes welcome page, then questionnaire, like onboarding questionnaire and proposal that you already have done.
Mm-hmm.
Then task manager, resources, brand kit, meetings, revisions, final deliverables, payment, all this. So
Mm. Meetings, revisions, everything. Okay.
you also have project workflow you have, and then you have your design process, planning process, then wrap up. Then you have your upcoming meeting schedule you can do, then pending task or unpaid invoices, everything you can check here and also comes with a project calendar.
Mm.
So
Okay.
if you log in, this template is that inbuilt, you can start working based on your clients, uh, you know,
Mm.
so every tab has their own details. So it looks like this.
Okay. Every tab has its own management.
Yes, every tab has its own management. The goal is to basically put everything in one place so that
Mm-hmm.
your client doesn't have to go through multiple places, you know?
Getting it. Okay. It's like from the start till the work has been done or the payments, everything would be taken care in this.
Yes. So while the client is filling up your onboarding questionnaire,
Mm-hmm.
I spend my time creating this.
Okay, okay, okay. And
Does it
this is
make
like,
sense?
yeah, yeah. So after the client
Yeah.
onboarding, you do share this workspace with them, and within maybe like 3 to 4 days, or maybe like a week, they revert back to you with the details completely filled, right?
Oh, you set up your own timeline for onboarding, okay? That's the
Okay.
thing. If you give
Um,
your client 30 days to do that, they will take 30 days. You get my point.
okay.
So you have to
Um,
set up your own timeline.
uh,
From my experience, I have realized it takes me at least a month to, sorry, at least a week to create 2 weeks of content. So I encourage them to fill up the questionnaire at least within 3 days so that I can get started with my content creation. Otherwise, client always come up with this demand. I want this post live next Monday. That's not gonna happen, you know.
mm-hmm.
So you have to define your own timeline so that, yeah, basically you have to take lead on the project. Don't wait for the client to come back with a timeline.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. Otherwise, it would take a long time for to perform the actions for.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, but then I mean yeah, this actually helped a lot. I believe, I mean for me personally, I didn't knew much about this field, but it's so much vast to learn and to explore, and these things are things like when you as in when you go, you would get it. Oh, that's interesting.
This is the thing. And
Yeah.
don't overwhelm yourself.
Mm.
And this does look like, okay, creating this from scratch is gonna take time. This is why there are so many templates available, you know. So
Mhm.
you don't have to do anything from scratch. You just need to know the tool we are using and what goes inside. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's actually templates help a lot to make work easier and much more organized.
Yes. Standardized,
Yes.
you know?
Yes, 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 yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next question would be like, what tools do you use every single day? Like, those are the ones which you cannot live without. If specifics.
It's kind of open in my tab also. First,
Okay.
my Claude,
Okay.
then definitely Canva,
Okay.
and Google Drive and all edits for video editing.
Hmm.
Where did um Honestly, where did I lose you? Sorry. But
No
yeah,
worries, no worries.
um, my go-to tools are mostly Claude, then Instagram. I open at least like 2, 3 times a day,
Mhm.
and Canva, edits for video editing,
Okay.
and Gmails for my clients' communication.
Okay. So yeah, how does Claude help you to be as a supporting tool and not substitute you instead of you, then the Claude working for the brand? Because right now, since we have a lot of AI tools, everyone believes that using them can help them to grow, and they will everything is done by the AI itself, creating content, creating how to shoot, etc. So they believe that surely that AI can help them to reach a particular target, and they don't have to do much with discovering or exploring themselves.
You can hear all these things from someone who hasn't used the tool. So
Mm-hmm.
I find AI tools.
Mm-hmm.
I use AI as my tools. It's not my replacement. Like it works alongside with me. It
Mm-hmm.
is not my brain. So I have been using AI since like few years now. Claude I have started this year. The difference I'm saying, you need to train the algorithm. The algorithm doesn't have any brain. You need to train the AI to work for you. So that's where I feel it is not the replacement of you. But again, if you are a social media manager or content creator and you are not using AI, then you will get replaced by the ones who are using AI. This
Mm-hmm.
AI makes the process efficient. It makes the process fast and less error free. It is not your brain. If I do a content audit, I still cannot do it cloud completely reliable. I cannot be completely reliable. I have my own marketing eyes to look at the content and see like what's working, what's not, that Claude might miss. So it's a tool, I would say. Take help to make your process faster, less error free, but it's not gonna replace your brain and experience.
Absolutely. So, what are those AI tools which you use, and what are they be used actually? Like Claude example, what are the things which you focus on using Claude would be a better choice, and some other tools like this particular thing could be a better choice to explore for a beginner who has not much more idea apart from ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. Like right now, they feel that only these three are the tools existing for anyone to explore anything.
Hmm. So Claude has two different things, right? Claude Cowork and Claude usual desktop extension.
Mm-hmm.
So Claude Cowork is like where you can connect external apps and data scraping you can do and make it like automate workflows and etc. That's something you can do, learn as a social media manager to save time. The primary goal is to save time. How I am using right now Claude is mostly for my copies. I'm taking AI and brainstorm with me as a in founder level as well because it helps me give me datas like it can source web, which is really good feature. And then for this kind of small tasks that can save me hours, I am using Claude. I'm still not using Claude for designing purposes, but can be done with Claude Cowork. And that is definitely one of the tool I would recommend if you want to become a social media manager right now in 2026. It's and then next is Canva for sure. You gonna need Canva as a SMM. And Canva also has now their AI installed, so you can explore around the AI. Another AI tool. What I don't use much tools. I guess I do use, but not a lot of AI tools. But in terms of AI, I'm only using Claude. You know, but there are other few tools based on your project requirement you might need to use like creating AI avatar video and all. So it's like very advanced level AI, but to start with, you do not need it.
Okay, okay. I think Claude and Canva serves the purpose.
Yeah, Claude and Canva is yes, and learn one video editing tool.
Okay. So what's one which you use for editing?
I still use edits.
Okay,
I
okay.
I yeah,
That,
it is the yeah, it's very handy, you know.
got it, got it. Okay. Okay. So how do you plan your 1 month's content?
Yes, that I have to present here.
Yes.
This is my whole content workflow
Okay.
for a week. Okay, I do. I don't do batch creation monthly. I go with weekly still. When it comes to content planning, I do have a folder in my Instagram that I have saved as inspo. Okay. So whenever I'm scrolling, I come across something that I can recreate or take inspiration from. I keep saving them so that I can come back to it later. Then I have my note app where if I have like any ideas, I always add them here in my note app. So this is my brain dump so that when I am sitting to create my content copy script, I do not need to spend like hours finding out what should I create, you know? So this
Mm-hmm.
I already keep my handy and this is like ongoing task for me. I always have this. And then when I'm let's say I'm creating content, so every week I have a dedicated day, mostly on Friday, that I create content for myself. And I keep these two files and then I move to Claude. I move to Claude to write my copies and scripts. If it's a talking reels, I would use Claude to write my scripts. And if it's a carousel, I would use to write the slides. So
Okay.
that's how I am using Claude and for captions and everything. And once I have prepared everything, then I move to content creation. And that means the talking reels I'm gonna film in edits and if carousel I'll be designing in Canva. And once I have create done filming and editing, I'll move to scheduling. And I am still using Instagram in app scheduler, so I schedule everything inside the app itself. And that's how my 1 week of content is ready to go live. And once it goes live on one platform, that this is the additional step I have just added in my content creation journey, that resharing the content to YouTube and other platforms like Pinterest. So every Sunday, I sit for like an hour or so. The content that has gone live on Instagram this week, I'm gonna schedule them for the next week in these two platforms. That way, I can bring more traffic. This is a very simple workflow I follow for my own content. Times it saves me time as well. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that actually is a much organized way to proceed. Having scheduled contents, I think, would help a lot to not be clueless as to what to create and how to create. Oh, that's true.
Oh, it gives you the it gives you space in your brain to think about creative things, not worry about what should go live.
Actually, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So like, how does the content calendar look like? If you could give me an idea of where we have scheduled meets, where we have things planned for the whole month.
My content calendar is very messy, but I can show you. I still use Google Sheets for my content calendar.
Okay.
Share. So it's like this.
Okay. Okay.
So and also it depends on what I want. How do I look at content? So I look at content as I format type and then pillars. And then if I have a new reference, then the new content link, then the caption and status. So yeah, it's very easy to follow, you know. So when I have an idea, then content type, let's say if I'm repurposing it or it's a new one, I would also pick like a bucket, content bucket or content pillar. So I'm
Mhm.
currently doing Instagram description and just at the end, you keep tracking it if I have posted it or not, you know?
Okay. Uh,
I, I would say whenever it comes to content calendar,
mhm.
pick something that you can get used to. I have used Notion. I have used so many different tools for content calendars. The only thing I could feel like I can stick to is Google Sheet. So you don't have to make it complicated. Just get used to it. Tool that you use regularly, you know.
Okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that actually clears a
So
lot
yeah.
of things, and maybe um in makes our thought in line as in what we have to do. Got it. What does your flow workflow look like
So
from receiving a brief to posting the content after having all the onboardings? They're getting a
wait,
brief about it. Then,
I did make a flow on here. Yes, this is the flow. So once I onboard my client, onboarding usually takes me 4 5 days. And then I take 1 week to plan strategy and also content ideas. And content ideas means I do not create the ready to create like a ready to upload content because some ideas might get rejected as well. So you don't want to put all the efforts. But I do create a brief content calendar and the strategy in 1 week, and I do send it to for approval to my clients. And once they approve it, I get started with the content creation. The calendar might include their raw footages that I need from them as well. So during this window, I create the Canva graphics and they create the videos. So once they send me the videos, I do edit them. So this is another 1 week we need to prepare our content. And once we prepare our content, I write the captions and I then put it in the content calendar and I send for approval. And once they go through it, we do the final edits and schedule um, accordingly. But again, there is a way of sending it for approval. I do use this tool named Loom, where you can do screen recording and you can host like you can do screen recording while walking them through something and they can view the video and it gets very easier to communicate instead of setting up meetings time to time. So I use Loom for that. So every week I do send Loom videos sharing that this week we have uploaded 4 different posts. This has been our insights and next week is that plan so that the client knows where we are at. And that's my weekly feedback loop. And when it comes to end of the month, I shared like monthly report and what's next.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So
yeah,
this is the workflow.
mm-hmm. Hmm. That's actually good. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I mean, when I saw all this, I just feel a little overwhelmed. And like so much is there to do for a social media manager to handle.
Hey, I get it. I get it. I learned it like it took me 6 years to figure all these things out. You know,
Mm,
that's okay. I had to figure out this based on my experience and whatnot, and now it's like clear what to do. So
yeah,
it's
actually.
overwhelming. Learn it.
Absolutely. I mean, I didn't believe that there is so lot of scope of like in social media management in terms of having the setups, schedules, and so lot like too much. I mean, I hats off to you to having so many clients and managing all these at a time without much stress is what I believe it is. Truly appreciated.
Yeah, this job is technical also, so most people miss that. It's very technical
Mhm.
back end, you know.
Actually. So my next question would be like, how do you organize multiple clients then? Having so much for one client itself.
Um, in nutshell, I kind of know my limits now. At one point, I did manage like 10, 15 brands. It did not work well, and it gets very messy. Okay, when you are an agency, different case. You have like people to work with, but when you are a solopreneur, then I feel like up till 6 clients I can manage, but till then I'm gonna need some help. So um, the best advice I can give, like in terms of time management, is when you lead the project. When you lead the project, you define the timelines and you put your boundaries strictly that you're gonna need this on time. If they don't give you the content, you will not be able to upload the content. It's as simple as that, you know. So I that's how I'm currently managing multiple clients. Like everyone knows, like they are very strict and so they are very disciplined with the content providing as well. And if they are not, I ask them like what they are struggling at so that we can fasten the process and all. So yeah, I after 6 years, I do feel like once you have standardized your workflow, how you work, then it's just repeating the patterns, isn't it?
Ah,
So yeah,
got it.
it's not like every day I work with my clients. I have dedicated days where I like, example, on Wednesday I'll only work with these two clients. On Monday I'll only work with these two clients. That's how.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, actually, when you find
Yeah.
a pattern, it's easy to follow that. How to manage it.
Yeah, exactly. And this is again, it falls onto like projects you are taking, the scope you are mentioning. Most of the time, we take a lot of projects hoping it will be a lot of money, but you end up having no time. So these are the few things you figure out along the way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. How do you decide your pricing approach for different lines?
Pricing approach. Okay. Um, yeah, I did put some thoughts on this. First, first thing I look at company turnover. Okay,
Okay.
that's one thing that many people miss, and they are like, why they are not paying you $500 per month? If the company is not earning enough, they cannot pay you that much. It's as simple as that. So if you want a higher client, maybe fits your needs, So
Mm-hmm.
this is my first approach, that I would always go to Google or wherever I can find the links, yeah, how much I should charge. Next, of course, you need to look at the currency value. If they are based in US, of course, you can charge more. And then I keep my base rate in mind at least. A base rate is like, you cannot work like at 5,000 rupees a month, something like that. I'm giving an example. So if they have like that budget, then you can just decline the project. So I keep my base rate in mind always. Next thing, I do not take projects hourly rate because in our industry, it gets very difficult. We do spend a lot of time in research and study. Next, so after I have this in my head, I have a calculator actually, so I can show you how it works. So because I kept doing it manually, so I created a calculator so that I can do it for my every client every single time. So here,
Okay.
first thing comes the list of tools or software I am using and how much I am paying them, because I am paying for those tools to work on my clients. Example, Canva, I'm doing my client work there. Then ManyChat, let's say Super Profile, all this Loom, all this tool in my invoice as well. You don't have to mention, but you should know that that is also part of your fee. Then once I
Mm-hmm.
have this listed out, I get my calculator, which is in the second. So what I do, again, I write down first, I write down the client name, client niche, then discount if I'm giving something. And if you are a tax holder, like you have GST or so, you can add it here. Next, I put my software that I'll be using for that client. Then price per unit, the whole thing calculate itself. And then the labor cost. Labor cost is the scope of the project. I divide it into designing, engagement, then strategy, editing, automation if needed, and KPI report and monthly one-on-one interaction. How much time you are spending in admin tasks. And then I add hours per month. How many hours am I going to need based on the client scope? Then I add my hourly rate, and this will automatically calculate your cost for this labor. Let's say I'm adding rate hour. Let's say, no, sorry, designing gonna take me 20 hours. Then it will automatically calculate how much you are like it's costing you.
Okay.
Then there comes additional charge, that Wi-Fi. You are paying for your Wi-Fi. Then if you are making any extra purchase for your clients,
Mm-hmm.
and then invoice tax, because when you are sharing with Razorpay or PayPal or Stripe, they do take a certain amount, so you need to keep that in mind as well. So you put everything, and then it automatically calculates how much you should charge. So that's how uh, I have created this pricing calculator. Like usually I used to do it manually everything, but now this formula itself calculates every little thing, and I know like how much I should at least charge for this kind of scope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think yeah, it helps a lot to manage the things.
Yes, you don't realize it like until and unless you break it down to tiny, tiny tasks, that how much
Mm-hmm.
time you are actually spending.
Got it,
So
got it.
after this, you will realize that 10,000 rupees doesn't justify what you do, you know?
No, not at all.
Exactly.
Absolutely, yeah. After, like it looks like you have to have your own expenditure first, and then deducting all those, then you have some like you have amount of left for you per client. That's how it is. Hmm.
This is the major problem. Many clients think they're paying for the outcome.
Hmm.
Like, but that's not the case. You are not paying for the outcome. Outcome only come if you believe in the process as well.
Correct, correct, correct. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this actually helps a lot to reduce a lot of time for calculations and pricing, how to charge, etc. So initially,
Hmm.
like before, after like before the client onboarding, you already calculate all these things in your mind, like I mean, in advance, and then you move forward with the charging point of view.
Now I have my packages set up based on this. I already have done this.
Oh, okay, okay.
Um, so I have created some packages so that it gets easier. So I have the packages are already predetermined with the scope. What am I gonna do? For example, 4 posts a week, seven
Mm-hmm.
posts a week. So based on that, I do have like standard pricing. So yeah, I also that depends on everything is gets variable with your hourly rate. If you are charging 100 rupees per hour, the entire pricing would be different. But again, how do you determine how much you should charge per hour?
Mm-hmm.
It comes from your experience. Like, for example, like you have to work 40 hours a week in a day to day per hour based on that. So, you can calculate all those things. Now, I know based on my experience how much my time is worth. So, yeah, based on that, you calculate for a few and then you can standardize your packages.
Got it, got it. Can we have a look at the packages? How are those, and how like what that will be useful for anyone to pitch the clients to look over?
Yeah, I'll walk you through one of the packages that I have.
Yeah.
So this I recently made.
Okay.
Mm, So currently I'm only taking Instagram. So what I do like for feed, if it's like 4 posts are going live and 4 stories, community management, all these things simple. And I charge like 80,000 rupees. It would be in rupees 80,000 around or 90,000 per month. And then there comes the growth package where I'll be posting 6 times And then there comes the authority package where I we are going full fledged and posting like 12 posts a week, and we're building a community. So these are our prices based on that. But these are my prices after like 6 years of experience also. So
Mhm.
um, this is pricing, and I'm not saying that you should have 6 years of experience to charge this much. It's not the case. Pricing is something that you should be able to say it loud, and it should not make you feel icky while you say it. Oh, I'm charging too much. I'm super confident when I'm saying it out loud that I'm charging like 1 lakh a month and you cannot afford me. I'm confident on that. So this
Mhm.
is how it can be. Even if you have 2 years of experience, you can be confident on that because you know what you bring to the table.
Got it. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like it's so organized. It looks like. I mean, anyone would be like, yeah. There's a lot of value and services provided for which this is being charged.
They can build their entire company. So
Exactly.
I'm just teaching a little bit of that.
True, 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 true. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. After this, can we have a walkthrough of a public or any sample portfolio which can give us an idea of how it should look like?
Yes, I will share you one sample portfolio, which I still use. So I'll just walk you through it. This is a standard template that I use for share it to my student as well. It's template, okay? It's not
Okay.
pre-filled. And then first, uh, exactly any portfolio you can make it in Canva. There are many templates available in Canva, so don't stress about it. And then first thing comes a little bit about you. You can be creative here. It's a very vanilla right now, but you can be creative here. I just put it straightforward about me a little bit. Then your expertise comes, be like you can share your tools also here along with your skills, the tools. Mostly social media managers are into content creation, video creation, copywriting, all these things. So you can mention that. Next comes your client case studies. Okay. Even if you have a beta client or your ongoing clients, you can set up your case studies or any results. So this is how I do it, like how I grow this account to 100K followers, and then challenges I faced, and what solutions I brought to the brand. And there are some snippets of results. When you are creating a portfolio as SMM, make sure it's very visual. You put a lot of screenshot, you'll put a lot of photos of results. And then case studies number two. So I have shared like 3 case studies here of my clients along with a
Mm-hmm.
lot of screenshots of results, and
Mm-hmm.
then logos of few clients that you have worked with,
Mm-hmm.
and then your services. You should have your services in brief here. And next is a wall of fame. I say some testimonials from your. I do have this habit of whenever someone shares something good about me, I always keep screenshot. Every SMM should have this habit. Always take screenshot of any results and put it in a folder in your phone, that testimonials. You never know when it's gonna help. So this is a very important page. It doesn't have to be like well decorated testimonial. I just put spontaneous screenshot of messages. That way it also looks authentic. Then glimpses of your creative work, that feed grid that you have made for your clients. If you haven't made it for your clients, those screenshots like mock feed means like feed 12 post grid. So you can always design so that they can see that how the grid looks like. And then your approach, how do you take in like the questions you ask me, what how do I create my client success, determine my client success. So you just put it there step by step, and followed by the contact page, how they can contact you. That's it, very simple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's simple and straightforward. Whatsoever we need to perform.
Yeah, just go heavy on screenshots and results. That's the way to win your clients.
The result speaks on behalf of you. That's it. True.
Yes.
Okay. So, what are those analytics or dashboards you personally use to keep a track of things when you have?
Page, I do have a good eye for Instagram insights. So I do read Instagram insights like a marketer. So this is my go-to. Any Instagram account, if I have to see what's working, what's not working, I
Mm-hmm.
am like, okay, I will read the data inside the app itself. When you have a professional account, you can see in your dashboard. And there is an another external tool. It's called Not Just Analytics. It's also a free tool. So all you
Okay.
need to do if you wanna, let's say, analyze one Instagram page and you wanna Instagram analyze my page, so you need to put your key username, and this app will actually do a in-depth analysis for you. So mostly it's helpful if you're doing competitor analysis. So if your clients have already mentioned that I look up to that person, it's better that you come back to this tool and you analyze the performance of that account.
Hmm. Does
Wait,
it
my
also
internet is
suggest
a bit
some
slow.
pain points? Like, as in, this can be much more improved or focused for that particular Insta page?
It depends on like the page. So
Okay.
you know, you like every account has their own strength and weakness. So once you go to the insights and you look at the number, you will be able to see. For example, let's take my um, segment social as an example.
Mm-hmm.
I see that since a few days my followers are going like stagnant. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
this is something I need to improve. What changed after 7-11, like after this point, what changed, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
that's how I would say, I would, so if I look at my 7 days, I see my followers are going from here to here. So
Mm-hmm.
why it has happened? So maybe this
Mm-hmm.
is a point for me to look at. I did look at this, and my conclusion was whatever is going on in this country right now. So that has a lot to do with why my followers are declining, because I'm still sharing posts around social media managers, and people are getting triggered that why am I not addressing the political issues. So this is why I feel like that has happened. So you need to look at from the surrounding point of view as well when you are, you know, analyzing all these things. And
Mm-hmm.
then
Got it. Got it.
sorry, right, and let's see, if I go to my analysis here, I see that my reels are getting working well, but my posts have zero interaction. So maybe I should just focus on reels more, you know. So that way the data tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, like the strengths and the weaknesses of your Insta page.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. So, as per you, what are the few common beginner mistakes which you see when anyone starts with this domain and exploring Insta?
I have found four. I yes. Sorry, not this. Yes. So these are the five beginner mistakes actually.
Mhm.
I see. First,
Mhm.
logo as your profile picture. Many social media managers do it. Many. I cannot even start begin talking about it. Like when you are a social media manager or a service provider, it's better you show your face because you are just getting started. Why someone should buy from a logo, right? People
Mhm.
buy from people. So always sure. Second is I have seen people only focus on low effort content, which we also call like B-roll content. That low effort basically 6 seconds of reel will put some text there and hoping it will go viral. I'm not gonna lie, they work, but when you are a social media manager or a content creator, don't restrict yourself to low effort content only. This is your domain. You want to be the king of it, just learn everything, test everything, you know. Then the third mistake I would say, chasing sales over community. I told you this when you are starting with your Instagram page, or don't always have this in mind that okay, this post go viral, should go viral. I should get like 15 leads, etc., etc. Share
Mm-hmm.
that you are helping someone. Start with that mindset. It will, and then the fourth is getting demotivated way too fast. I have seen people coming and telling me, Kia, I have been posting since 30 days and there is no results. I'm like, you have been posting for only 30 days. I know that some people might have gone viral with 3 posts, but it's your journey. You are figuring out. So don't get demotivated too fast. It does take, give yourself at least minimum 6 months to see, go all in for 6 months and see what happens. And then the last one is not tracking anything. Like if you are a social media manager or creator, you want to make money, you need to think like a business owner. And business owners, the one thing business owners do, they track data a lot so that you know where people coming from, where it's going, where it's leaking. And I see many people do not do it, not tracking anything. So these are the 5 mistakes that I guess keep social media managers or creator in a box.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
See, I prepare a little bit.
Overall process of working with a project from understanding the brand till delivering results.
Yeah. Now, basically, this is one of the carousel I created recently, yesterday. So I just put something here. So my step-by-step process to bring results for them is first to pick my client's brain. Imagine you as a SMM have to understand the client's brain within a few hours or days where they have been working on that brand since like years. So before you create anything, you need to understand their business inside out. So a solid onboarding question with the right question, that is one thing. And alternatively, you can always host interviews with your clients. If you want face-to-face conversation, I find that is helpful as well. And then once I have all this information by my client, I do a competitive analysis. That means I'm going to study 3 of their top competitors or inspirations, whatever you can say, and how they are doing on Instagram or whatever the platform. If I'm managing Instagram, I'll look for them on Instagram. And I see like what content are performing for them, what how many times they are posting in a week, and what messaging they're giving. How am I feeling basically after watching their content? Why would I like that content? Or why would I share that content? So once I do this competitor analysis for at least 3 accounts, I have a data. I have a sheet or a document of like things that are working in her industry. That brings me to step number 3. Based on that, I'm gonna create an audience persona for my client from the questionnaire she shared and my own study. What do I mean by audience persona? Is like what people you want to attract. If I am a social media manager and I want to sell my courses next month, so I am gonna create a persona of my target audience that who is frustrated with the stagnant income, a girl sitting in India, do not have a team yet, but want to upskill and learn. So I'll just make sure I have that focused in my head. Then step number 4 is you set clear KPI and monthly goals. Okay, which is important. If you do not have any goal, like the client can come back to you next time and say that, hey, why didn't we go viral? Why? What will you say? Because you should have your goals, and it also helps you track your performance. So most of the time I put like goals like, okay, I'm gonna aim to bring 500 followers this month to your account. It's okay if it doesn't meet, we know at least what to improve next. Then the engagement rate, then the link clicks and leads, these are some example that of KPI that we track in marketing. Then step number 5, based on now these 4 steps, I'm gonna create content pillars. Like content pillars, I look at content pillars as a thing that helps me build routine. It's not like very strategic, but it helps me be disciplined. So that every week I don't have to stress over what to post. So I pick like 3, 4 content themes or topics, and based on that, I create the content calendar. And that brings me to step number 6, which is this: implement, track, and optimize. So for 6 weeks or for a month, 30 days, you're gonna implement this plan and see how it works,
Mhm.
right? And then after the month, you have your entire data. You can check what's working, what's not.
Okay, yeah. This is a complete strategy for a month to proceed with a client onboarding.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is what goes on backend. And if you want to put everything in a presentation, you can put a presentation like that, so you can share it with your client.
Hmm.
You see, every details I have put it as this: how am I gonna position the brand, what should be the voice, then social media goals, challenges, pillars, and the content monthly plan when we are planning to post a reel or a carousel or a story like this. And then keywords and engagement and community building. What we're gonna do is a part of community building, and KPI metrics like next steps. So you can put everything in a template like that.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it gives a lot of insights as to how handle it and plan it in advance. Mhm. Getting it.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Think fast. Okay. What are your favorite SMM tools, which is like go-to for you?
My favorite SMM tool.
Mhm.
um, of course, Canva. I love Canva. I am a design freak, so I love Canva. And then the second tool I am currently loving is ManyChat, actually. If you
Okay.
haven't heard about this tool, I'm not
Um,
sure if you have.
I'm not aware of
It's
it. Yeah.
an
Okay.
this is a auto DM tool basically, but it's also a lead bringing tool. I can say you can get sales and leads with this tool. So how it does help. So you see in our content that comment this to get this. So that looks very simple, but that's a first step of an entire funnel that I have built in the backend. So this tool allow me to send those automatically. So for example, this one, let's say if you have someone has commented the certain word, this they will get this auto DM with a link so that I don't have to manually do it. But here's the trick: I can track every one of them, and I can see that more than 2,400 people asked for it. So I have already got 2,400 people. So if this leads to them to a link to my email marketing, and inside the email marketing, I keep sending newsletters. So this is one of my favorite tool right now. That amazing. I love this one.
And that's actually like yeah, quite exploring tool this is.
Very
Yeah,
technical tool, but yeah.
got it.
Another tool I would
Mm,
like to highlight that people miss is: if
no.
you're a social media manager, this can save you and your clients' relationships. I have so many videos that I record and send to my clients like this, like 3 minutes videos, 2 minutes videos that I am sending it to my clients so that they can just go through it without having to sit in a meeting because they don't have mostly times, neither do I. So it just helps, and also doesn't in WhatsApp message when you update something, it might come across in a rude way. So when you are sending a video recording showing everything, it doesn't only make you professional, but it also comes in a very nice way. So yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, I think yeah, these will help a lot to make the structure much more organized in terms of communication with the clients.
exactly.
Is social media management overcrowded?
Um, it is overcrowded with mediocre social media managers, but there is still scope. Like I feel like there is scope for the good ones that you can be better, you can become a go-to expert, but people are not going till that point. They're giving up before that. So I wouldn't say it's saturated. I still see huge potential. The industry is just now, especially in India, the industry is just has started blooming, you know. So if if you want to go ahead right now, probably the best time in 2026. That yeah, so before that, many people started with Fiverr, Upwork. Now people are building their Instagram, building LinkedIn, and getting clients from that. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's saturated. A lot less people are doing it right now. So if you can do it, go for it.
Yeah, actually, like because it feels so overwhelmed having so many pages for so many social media managers. So it looks overwhelmed like is this the right choice to still go or not?
Yeah, like I said, not many people are doing it right. You
Hmm.
know, they are just chasing projects, chasing tiny projects, just not building their back end business. That way, you will not be able to build a sustainable career. You will just live in paycheck by paycheck.
Got it. Got it. Okay. What do you think are more followers is equal to more success?
No, I do not think that more follower equal to more success at all, especially if you are starting your business or career as a social media manager. Followers come when you are doing brand partnerships, when you are sharing an affiliate link and you are earning commission from it. Also, it's not about followers, it's traffic, like how many reads or eyeballs you are getting on your page. So unless and until you are not selling a digital product or you are not doing brand partnerships, followers count doesn't matter in social media management. You can still sign up a high paying clients even though you have like 1,000 followers.
Hmm. Yeah, and this will actually motivate a lot of people who are just dependent that they need to have a virality or maybe a good follow account to have people noticed. So yeah.
The people get confused on this so often. Like I have seen many people coming to me like, it's easy for you because you have 90,000 followers. But some of the highest paying clients I have got with less than 1,000 followers. My highest paying clients came when I had like 1,000 or 2,000 followers. The followers count only started get like started what should I say having some significance when I started taking brand deals. It opened a income source for me in terms of brand deal. But in terms of social media management, clients do not look for followers client account. They do know that you are busy building someone else's business, so you probably don't have time.
Mhm. True, 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 true. Uh, do you believe can AI replace social media managers in future?
No, I do not believe AI will be replacing social media managers in future, but I do believe a social media manager who is not using AI can be replaced by a social media manager who is using AI,
Okay. Mhm.
if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like, like I told you, AI is a tool to build, make you more efficient, make you um, help you make less errors, but it cannot be a brain. I know after 6 years of experience, the way I look at, and I have done this. I have done my part of audit, and then I have asked Claude to do an audit. I see the differences, and the differences. So there are some major differences that Claude couldn't pick that I picked. So that's how I know, like, it's a tool.
Got it, got it, got it.
Yeah.
Okay. People believe that if they hire an agency or a social media manager, then their life is sorted in terms of getting fame, followers, and Instagram. What do you believe in that?
I do feel like a social media manager and the founder should work alongside. Some of the most successful projects I have done was successful because the founder was fully involved.
Hmm.
They knew that content is required. They would challenge me as well. They would ask me, why did you use this word, not that word? So when you hire a social media manager, doesn't mean that it's like abracadabra, it's not like that. You have to be involved, because at the end it's your brain, it's your brand, it's your brain. You have built this, God knows since how many years. A social media manager job is to understand your brand in a very limited time. So you need to help that person to understand the brand. So most of the time, because of this misalignment, people cannot bring results. And like I told you, some of my clients really, really do put their efforts in working with me. They would be present, they would turn up. It's not like they're just sending approvals. They would even share ideas, because it's a collaborative work.
Yeah. Hand in
Yeah.
hand.
Hmm.
Getting it. There are a lot of reels or posts in order to know what is the golden time to post, what is the golden time to show up, what is the golden time to try trends. What is your take on all these things that are present in social media right now?
Okay. On this point, I guess few days back, the Instagram CEO already told that it's a completely myth. There is no best time to post. There is no best time to post at all. The only best time to post is what your Instagram dashboard shows. And that is how you have been uploading content. If you every day, if you're uploading content at 3 p.m., the best performing time would be 3 p.m. for you. So you pick that time. So how I did it, I picked an evening time when I wrap up my work. And since last 6 years, I have been posting on that same time. So now that's my best performing time. So these are these are not strategies, you know. These are there to go. People create this post because it goes viral, because it make others feel that they're losing on something or they're lagging behind maybe. But these are virality hack, which is absolutely not strategies. So when it comes to Instagram growth, just focus on.
Yeah, like these myths exist a lot, and for any new beginners, they believe that following these would make them viral in a day, in a month. So, yeah.
I know for a fact that those kind of posts go viral, and that's why people make it, but that's not actually the strategies.
Mhm.
The posts go viral when it instantly solves a problem. So you know that, like,
Yeah,
and a strategy would be like instant.
true, 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 true. What is Insta algorithm for you? Many people speak about algorithm, algorithm, algorithm. So, do you think that this algorithm can make a person viral in one day, a star in one day, and like zero in another day?
I am someone who is not relying on one platform right now. This is why I am building my email list. I have seen a lot of horror stories to make this mistake. So when it comes to algorithm, I am not a big believer of like, I should go viral every day. Even if I had like 2,000 followers, now fortunately I do have 90,000. I grew my account to that. I post for them. I post for my audience. I listen to my community members, what they are asking me in DMs. And most of the time, those posts don't work. They don't go viral at all. Like I have talking reels where I have 5,000 views. But the point is, I know that kind of topic, my followers probably need them. So my goal is not to always chase the algorithm. It can be so overwhelming if you do that. I post for my people. I post where I feel like, okay, this information should go out. And yes, sometimes you do need to think of like virality as well. And then that comes the instant hacks that you can share, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do not feel like I'm chasing the algorithm right now. I feel like I have my own journey. I'm quite settled with it. I know what I'm doing, and I'm okay with the slow pace as well.
Yeah, actually, like not many of them choose this. Like they are just like we need as soon as possible everything whatsoever from Instagram or from people. So yeah, that's how it is right now.
Yeah. Now I get you. I have understood the algorithm, and that's the biggest trap. I wouldn't fall for it, that I would not chase the algorithm.
Hmm.
you know?
Reel or carousel?
Oh, real,
Okay. Organic or paid?
organic.
Okay. So what about the paid ads which people they opt for?
I have nothing against paid ads. I love paid ads, but I feel like that's only okay if you are doing organic growth simultaneously and using paid ads to sell. Like
Hmm.
you do have your funnels. So paid ads is amazing if you have your funnel on in place and you are just bringing traffic and you wouldn't mind that spending extra few bucks to bring those traffic. Then it's absolutely good and scalable. But organic growth is sustainable. These people came naturally to you. And I do feel like it should go hand in hand. If you have the budget to run paid ads, do that as well, but only if you're selling something,
Okay. Yeah.
not for follow. Yeah.
Not for the beginners for sure.
Not for like you want to grow your follower list. I would not recommend that.
Okay. One creator everyone should follow.
Oh my God, this is so hard. Mm,
We can have two to three if that's a long list.
so one I have I've been following a few creators, so I'm gonna just quote their names. Okay, first person I would say um, Maria Went. I'm not sure if you know.
Okay.
She is a eight-figure business owner from California. She's also one of my former clients, and she is helping me understand how what passive income means and how to build a life with freedom. One person. Natalie Ellis, Boss Babe. I'm not sure if you have heard of her again.
Mhm.
So this is another lady who is helping me to become a good marketeer without trading time for money. And third person I do follow is Brock Johnson. He is an Instagram expert and he is quite funny. So I like his post. And another person I like is Vanessa Lau. She is another creator and founder, and I like how she creates her content and shares everything so long format. Yeah, these are my favorite. And the fifth one is her name is Dea, and she is a very damn good creator as well. Her YouTube is amazing. So these are my five picks.
That's crazy. Like it looks, yeah. These are people can have these followed based on their source of interest to learn from. Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Okay.
you are right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Coffee or tea?
Chai. And not the tea bag tea, but chai.
Yeah. Biggest productivity hack.
For for me, it's focus hour. Um, like I told you, I do not work like straight 8 7 hours now. And best thing I figured out, put a time block but keep it very small. For example, I will work on a few tasks for like 2 focused hours in the morning, and I would put my phone on silent first. No notifications would come at during that point, and I'm just focused on doing that. Second hack I found, in the morning, always write down your task in the micro ways possible, even if it is like sending one email to a person, so that end of the day you can be sure you have done something. So these are two of my favorite productivity hacks.
Oh, that's actually nice to hear from. Okay, one habit that changed your career.
Sleeping on time. I know many marketeers who works at 3 a.m. till 3 a.m. and just posting story next day, surviving on coffee. I was that one of them marketeers. But I have changed my habits now. After 6 or 7, I do not touch work. Like I would at least try not to. If I am by myself, I would still sometimes, but if I am with my family, friends, now this is one of the habit that made me look at building a business differently.
Mhm.
I don't have to lose myself to build something.
Okay, so
So
what are
yeah.
your working hours then? Like, from morning, as in how it is.
I wake up early in the morning, like around 7, around, so I would start working 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. These are my three focus hours.
Mhm.
After that, I'll shower and I'll cook meals and I'll sit again from like 12 to 3 maximum. After that, I feel like very icky. So I go for a walk and I cook meals, I watch something. Yeah, these are my working hours, very flexible.
Mhm.
So I should don't take advantage of it.
No, that's actually good. Like, because everyone, they feel like in order to chase dreams, they feel like we should not have constraints on time, hours, etc. We should go all in for because right now it's a time to build, to discover ourselves, explore things, etc. So in that way, they actually get exhausted very soon. So it's very
Mhm.
important to define boundaries to be more focused at what particular time.
You're absolutely right. And I have read this recently, and I think this is so true. I make money, money doesn't make me.
Hmm.
So, you know, this is what people should know. When you are even building something, I know you are chasing money, you are chasing your goals. It's very easy to lose your health on the way. And we all can probably agree health is the precious wealth that you cannot get back. So do not gamble on that and just put priorities. It's a gift that you have this ability to work in this industry. So move your body, be disciplined, build a schedule, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, one question would be: imagine someone watching this interview and they are talented, but they are very scared to start. So what would be your piece of advice to them, and how they can reach out to you in order to learn from you directly?
Okay. they can always email me. My email address, I can give it to you. It's in my Instagram as well. If they go to contact option, they can find my email. And if one advice I would give is figure out why you are so scared. First of all, are you scared of the success? Are you scared of the failure? Are you scared of getting seen in front of people? It can be we feel an emotion, and most of the time it's very difficult to figure out where it has come from. Every emotion has triggers. So you need to figure out what is your trigger. Why are you not able to start? And once you find that out, you can work around it. There is always a way. For example, if you are scared of failure, like just post and don't look for after next day. At least it's gone, it's done, so you don't have to worry about it, you know. If you are scared of your family will see your post and you are not sure how they will react, then make a different account, start there, and don't add your family members. Just point is you need to figure out what is triggering your fear, right?
Hmm.
Like I told you, my main fear was talking in English. But yeah, and the only way to overcome your fear is by doing it. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Can we have some Instagram audits for some few of the pages to get an idea as in what's your thought process when you look at an Instagram page?
all
Maybe-
right, I have picked two accounts actually, so that I can share my
Okay, yeah.
screen with you. One is a social media manager, and there is a business owner.
Mhm.
All right. So
Okay.
this is one of my followers, social media manager, and go to her account and see do an audit. All right. First, I would change the profile picture. Like if you are a social media manager, you fall in a personal brand category. And unless and until you do not have like team of 15, 10 people, I would not say, or you are famous like Zomato or Swiggy, you do not put logo. So I would change that. And then digital marketing expert is a very vast area. Digital marketing means a lot of different things. So pick that lane if you're a social media manager, if you're a paid ad expert, and put that in your link. I guess she's from Philippines, and that's why she put PH here, which is okay. Then category is not brand. When you are a social media manager, you can either put as digital creator, entrepreneur, or social media agency to get more discoverability. And then when you are writing your bio, helping your small business and social media grow. Okay, I get it. She has a nice needs here, small business. So she has put that. Next is social media management and email marketing. And she has DM for inquiries. Okay. So instead of DM for inquiries, I would put a next action here with some link. Book a call with me. Something like that. And that would be the bio makeover that I would do.
Okay.
Next is highlights. I did not understand this love word, but yeah, you can always rename it as testimonials, like make it a little bit professional as well. And services, yeah, okay. But then again, when I looked at her first few posts, I did not see any person. That was my first reaction. If I am hiring a social media manager, I would love to see the face. I would love to see who is actually behind the brand. So this is where I would discard this person from hiring, and maybe the clients will think of that same way. So the first thing they need to do is bring more faces. Like it's okay if if you only want to stick with carousel or low effort content, but make it humanly. Okay. And then the content, I also say, if you are a social media manager, you helping someone else creating content, you should be able to know at least the format size. I see that logo is getting chopped off here, no caption. So all these things can make a negative influence. So at least the basics of this content creation inside Instagram should be a little bit clear. And Yeah, so that would be my goal to our overall content strategy can definitely be improved. This kind of post really works well. But again, I guess it didn't in the sense because it looks like copy pasted from someone else now because she hasn't shown her face yet. So maybe something instead of a carousel like this, you can share a reel like 1.3 million views with 500 followers. That's how I did it. That would be more,
Mm.
that would get more reach.
Got it, got it. Okay.
All right. Next, let's pull another account. So she is my first client, so I thought she would appreciate it if I do this audit.
Mhm.
So, I guess she still hasn't changed the name because she was a social media manager as well. Now she is building her own brand. But if I look at her now, she's a mom and an entrepreneur. I would change the name to something else instead of social nupur. Social nupur comes in social words comes mostly when people are looking for social media experts. And then I love her bio. She has put credibility mentioning her brands, then parenting, lifestyle, etc. Then she also has shared her email for collaboration, location, and her link, which is really great. In terms of content, I do feel like if they have a real cover or a thumbnail, they might work better. As much as I know Instagram right now, because this kind of post, when it will get shown on explore page like this, let's say open my explore page like this. You see this works, this headlines or anything where people can see the thumbnail or an heading, it does work. So I feel like maybe that can be improved in the thumbnails. And also I see a lot of low effort content here. So I do feel like content strategy can be improved by building more authority with her voice, with her presence, or with her video, talking head videos, something like that. So yeah, I'm not sure what her goals with social media at the moment, but right now, if I look at this profile, I do see like bio is great. Here, name and username can be improved, and overall content strategy can be a little more in depth.
Got it, got it. Yeah, I think that actually serves a lot purpose of
Okay, so
anything. Yeah.
that would be the two content audit. And
Thank you so much for being there with me for this. A lot of things I learned, and yeah, the most important thing is just keep on going. And yeah, like I really look up for you if I would be going demotivated or down, and I just feel I need something, then I would surely reach out to you as a personal friend.
of course, I love this conversation. Thank you so much. And I hope you keep doing it. I hope you do not give up. I hope you turn up for yourself and keep going it. I know it's not an easy path, the and but it's worthwhile
Yes.
building your own that no one can take away from you.
Yeah.